and be highlighted for that significance. I don't want the Justin Bieber Selena Gomez relationship to be remembered for being a relationship where both of them were put in harm's way, which seems to be the direction that everybody wants to take it down. That's the route and that's the road that everybody wants to take it down. I don't know if I agree with it. I don't know how to respond to it. This is one topic that is pretty sensitive and touchy for me, simply because I've been involved with the Josh Hawley situation on countless occasions, and people constantly keep bringing it up to me. Oh, how did you do it? How did you become involved with it all? I've been involved with Disney for several years. This website premiered in 1999, and since then I've been involved with a number of different projects and been involved with a significant amount of different people, and I feel privileged to have been involved with everybody that I've been involved with over the years. But since my involvement with Disney has become significantly highlighted on a number of different search engines such as Google and Yahoo, I think that a lot of people like WWE have taken it upon themselves to acknowledge it without making reference to me, and I don't know why. But it's only a matter of time before we see WWE jumping over the Justin Bieber, Selena Gomez situation. If the wrestlers like Alberto Del Rio and The Miz and John Cena make reference to it, then it's only a matter of time before they highlight these incidents that happen between Justin and Selena Gomez, and my response to it all is it needs to stop. If you have nothing better than to sit down on your Twitter and your MySpaces and your YouTubes and make stupid little videos about it and post little comments on Selena Gomez's Twitter account, then you have no life. I'll go on record for saying that. If you have nothing else better to do than sit down and make reference to it, then you have no life and you need to get a day job. I'm going to say that because it's only my opinion, and it's how I feel about it. When I turn on these entertainment programs every night, I see this profile from night to night and how it's progressing and how it's getting worse, then it needs to be talked about. It needs to be talked about enough that it stops. I know that a lot of people are getting, excited over it all, and they think that, oh my God, this is something huge. This needs to be talked about a lot. But like I said, if you keep talking about it and you have nothing else better to do than sit down and, threaten Selena because she's involved with somebody who's actually making a name for themselves significantly and gone on to sell millions of albums, then you have nothing else better to do with your life. You're obviously a loner who has no friends. You're obviously someone who takes pleasure out of bringing somebody else down, and you need help. You need help. I know this YouTube video is probably going to get over 1,000 views or more because of the opinions that have been expressed through it. But I think that, with WWE bringing the guy in to sing a song for WrestleMania, Survivor Series, SummerSlam, whatever, it's great. Especially if you're targeting kids. It's a wonderful thing to do. But when you have something like this going on and being profiled in the entertainment world like it's being profiled, then there's no need of it. I remember a similar situation with Britney Spears and Kevin Federline. When Kevin Federline was brought in to, work on a program with John Cena, right around the time when John Cena was being, marketed as a huge star, and, he had the Thugonomics thing going for him. He was just breaking out of that, and Kevin Federline came in and jumped all over him, and that match was the first match of the year in 2007, and every, news program was jumping all over it. And then after that, Britney Spears and Kevin Federline filed for divorce, and the blame was immediately put on WWE. And if anything happens to Justin or Selena, then the blame is going to be put on WWE for some reason, probably because they were making reference to him. I don't know. But like I said, if you sit down on your Twitter account and you type these little death threats out, and you read about it and let your brain absorb into it, then you have nothing else better to do with your time. If I was sitting down all day reading about Justin and Selena Gomez, then obviously I need help. I probably haven't convinced myself yet that I need some degree of help, but obviously I need it because that's all I read about and talk about. If that was all I was coming on this radio show and talking about, other than the things that go on in the wrestling business from week to week, if I spent a whole month and a half, 2 months talking about it, then obviously there's something wrong with my brain. And I don't want to sit down and talk about that all the time. I don't want to constantly make reference to something about it, but it was something that, the entertainment world is, profiling significantly a lot. I saw two different news pieces put together for Inside Edition, TMZ, and Entertainment Weekly. And I said to myself, should I come on here? Should I make reference to it where I've been involved with it all, over the past number of years? This is my 12th year doing it. Next year will be my 13th year, and I have never been more disgusted with how the media has been treating something like the Selena Gomez, Justin Bieber situation, especially when the wrestling business is marketing kids and thinking about bringing the guy in to, sing the national anthem or something, some type of fuckery like that. But I don't know why the entertainment world is jumping all over it. I don't know why these girls are getting so obsessed over the whole situation. Let me put it into perspective for you, like I've been able to do over the past 12 or 13 years. If you're someone who's in love with Justin Bieber, like you probably are, let me put it into perspective for you. You'll never be with the guy because you're not on the guy's level. You'll never be on the upper echelon, and you'll never be with the guy. You'll never marry him like your dream is to do. You'll never be involved with the guy. So it's best for you to move on, go to college, and make a life for yourself with someone outside of the entertainment world, because you will never be Justin Bieber's girlfriend. You will never be on the same level as him, and that is the best I can put it into perspective for you. You will never be who you think or who you envision yourself to be unless you go to college and make a life for yourself. But the simple way of putting it is, if you sit on your Twitter accounts and you sit on your Facebooks and you talk about it to the level you've been talking about it, make such a big deal out of it like everybody's been making a big deal out of it, then you obviously need some form of psychiatric evaluation, and you obviously need help, and the bottom line is, you have no life. I'd love to know what you people have to say about the whole Justin Bieber, Selena Gomez situation, and if you have an opinion or would like your opinions to be heard of or thought of, you can leave your opinions here at the bottom of our YouTube channel. The username is JonathanClarke22. You can also leave your opinions and thoughts on any of the audio commentaries and videos that I put together for you, either in our YouTube channel or our radio forum. Some of the topics that I've talked about are WWE, Bash, and Disney. Talked about Demi Lovato going in rehab, and now I've talked about the Selena Gomez, Justin Bieber situation with a fair warning that the situation was going to be heavily talked about and a touchy subject for all of us. And I know that I might have, crossed a line with it all, but it's just an opinion, and the opinions of me are not to be taken into or looked at in any negative light. But if you would like your opinion to be heard, definitely leave it here at the bottom of the YouTube video, and leave it here in our radio form, and we'll respond to you as quickly as possible. You can also email your opinions about the situations that we talk about here to hewrestling@hotmail.com, or you can send us a friend's request on MySpace. MySpace.com/HEW Entertainment Radio is the universal redirectional link. And as always, your opinions are greatly appreciated, and we'd love to hear from you. So definitely leave your opinion about this week's topic and any previous topics we have talked about. And while you're here on the website, be sure to take part in all the exclusive features that the website offers, from the weekly poll to the Wrestling News Center to HEW Wrestling Network to the alumni section. Don't forget to sign up for our radio forum. It takes about a minute and a half to do so. Once you have signed up, you can access the past audio commentaries and interviews, including this one, that have been produced for you over the past number of years. I don't know if I've enjoyed talking about this topic, and I don't know if I've upset a lot of you, but with WWE making reference to Justin Bieber, it's only a matter of time before they drag Selena Gomez into the whole situation and everything gets fucked up. So I think that, if you sit behind your computer and you talk about, something like that has been profiled on the entertainment programs like Entertainment Weekly, Entertainment Tonight, TMZ, as much as what you do, and contribute to the whole death threat situation and whatever, I think that it is absolutely pathetic. And it needs to stop. And I don't mean anything by it, but I think that you need some form of psychiatric evaluation if that's all you have to do with your time, like threaten Selena Gomez. And it's only a matter of time before this situation is taken completely out of perspective. And I think I put it into as best of a perspective as I can for you this week when I say that if you have nothing better than to do with your time than to sit down on your Twitter and your Facebooks and leave death threats for somebody who's only about 17 or 18 years old, then you have absolutely nothing else better to do with your time, and you have no life. I'm Jonathan Clarke, and you've been listening to HEW Entertainment Variety Radio. The next topic we're going to be talking about here on HEW Entertainment Radio, I believe, is the induction of Tammy Stitch, aka Sunny, into the 2011 WWE Hall of Fame class as she joins Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Shawn Michaels, Bullet Barb Armstrong, and a list of other respectable legends in the wrestling business. We're going to be trying to shake it up here on HEW Entertainment over the next couple of weeks as we mix in professional wrestling topics with entertainment topics, and this week's topic is a prime example of that because it was something that interested me and I think it deserved to be talked about. I was quiet about it for a number of weeks, but tonight I have finally broken my silence about it, as I have a number of different topics, including WWE bashing Disney and the Demi Lovato rehab situation which occurred last year. We'll be talking about a number of different things as we heat things up here on HEW Entertainment Variety Radio. That's the only way I can put it into perspective for you. When I say heat things up, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be an interesting couple of weeks here on HEW Entertainment Variety Radio, and the responses we're going to get from these YouTube videos on our YouTube channel, Jonathan Clarke 22, and on our radio forum are going to be somewhat interesting, and we might, broadcast the opinions for you as we read them out. Who knows? But I know these videos and these commentaries are going to get a significant amount of listens and a significant amount of views, and I've enjoyed talking about them and broadcasting them here for you, as we do each and every week on the official website of HEW